Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome. My name is Katrin, and this is my very, very newborn channel. I'm so glad that you found this video, and it's really weird for me to talk into the camera and not really knowing who I'm connecting with. I'm used to speaking on camera by now because this is not my first YouTube channel, but it's always weird to start something new and to just push out videos and messages, and there's no real physical feedback yet. And you have to push through those first very awkward moments before you have at least a few people responding to what you're sending out, and then it becomes easier. But for now, it's still like, okay, hi, here I am, and I have no idea who's going to find my messages and who's going to connect with my channel and my videos. So it's still a little bit weird. And I always struggle with the beginning and the ending. And I find it interesting that I felt inspired to talk about this here. And I feel like it's connected with the message that I have for you today, because I'm a channel, I'm a energy and spiritual worker, and I'm a messenger between worlds, you could say. I connect the spiritual and the physical 3D world, and I love to bring through messages and to speak on behalf of several beings and the spirit world in general. So right now, when I'm recording this video, it's the 26th of December. So it's still in this space of the Christmas holidays. For whoever celebrates, Merry Christmas. And I spent 2 lovely days with my family, and we had a very beautiful Christmas. And on my way back home, I sat on the train and I received some downloads around some messages that I felt like are supposed to be shared here on this channel. And the interesting thing is that I can already feel the collective that I'm supposed to connect with on an energetic level. But of course, it's only my second video, and so there's nobody physically connecting yet with me. But nonetheless, I know that you're there, and I know that you're out there, and I know that you will find the videos that are supposed to find you in perfect timing, which means like whenever you're going to find those messages, they will be meant for you on that specific date, whenever you're going to find those. So these messages are timeless. Even if you find this in summer or whenever, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be for you whenever you find it and it resonates with you. And the downloads I got revolved around how there are so many spiritual workers out there, and some people call them lightworkers or earth angels or whatever you resonate with. And maybe you don't resonate with any of that at all, and that's fine. But there are so many souls out there who are walking their own path, and especially walking their own spiritual and healing journey. And in my understanding, a spiritual journey is always a healing journey, but that's something for another video, another day. But there are so many people out there who are walking and working that path, because it is a lot of work. And everybody who does that knows the challenge of connecting with people in their life who are not on a similar path, maybe who are not spiritual at all, or who are maybe friends or like family relationships that are from a time before you started out on this journey, on your healing journey. And we all know how challenging it can be to navigate those kinds of relationships. And I know that very well myself. I'm no stranger to those challenges. And I had several issues that were quite challenging for me and my family, also regarding my spirituality and this very certain path that I'm walking now. And I was very surprised that this Christmas, and we all know how the holidays can be quite challenging as well when it comes to those all those little issues that are beneath the surface, and they're always bubbling up when you spend time together, which is over the holidays. And there are all those expectations and the pressure of, oh, it's Christmas and it has to be nice. And of course, then that's the time when all the arguments come up. But it wasn't like that this year. It was nice and peaceful. And I was really surprised to find that certain members of my family, it seemed like they have healed or worked through certain topics that I never would have expected them to work through, maybe ever, and certainly not that fast, certainly not yet. So I was very surprised to find that. And the download I received on my way back home, on my train ride home, was that we as people who walk the path of a light worker, let's call it that, or as a soul that is here with a certain purpose, with a certain healing purpose, that we often underestimate how big the impact is of what we are doing. Because we're focusing on our personal issues, and we are working on ourselves and our own trauma and all the hurt and everything that comes with this healing journey. And we work on it for ourselves, but what we don't see, because it's happening on the energetic levels, is that we are not healing only ourselves. We are also healing our lineage. We are healing our families. We are healing all the people that are connected to us. And yes, some people resist this kind of healing. And this is when conflict arises. This is when people might be falling out of our lives. But what I experienced and what I found over the course of time, over the several years that I've been on this path now, that those people that stay in my life and who come with me are those that are willing to grow at their own pace and not always as quick as I would like them to heal, maybe. But nonetheless, they are still growing and they're walking their own path. And even if they're not consciously walking this kind of path because they don't recognize it as such, it's still a path of their soul growing and healing and following their own purpose in this life. And we are all working together in those kind of systems. No soul is here on its own. We are all connected and we are all working together. And it doesn't matter if you can see it in the physical. Of course, sometimes you would like to see it and we would like to see evidence that it's working. And I can tell that I've been working really, really, really hard for a very, very long time. And there was not much evidence for me in the physical. I could tell from how I felt inside. I could tell how I knew I was growing, but it was mostly happening inside. And now is a time where the physical and the exterior world is starting to catch up. And I could tell by this beautiful Christmas that we celebrated this year. And it was quiet. It was intimate. It wasn't very fancy. It was just time spent together with family. And it was one of the most beautiful Christmases I had in a very, very long time. Because it felt so peaceful. And that was the evidence that I got that showed me that the work that I'm doing is not only changing myself, but also changing or having an impact. Because the change, still the people, they have to change themselves and they have to work through their own stuff for themselves. But you can support them. You can support your family systems, your friends, all those people that are connected to you. You can support them by the work that you are doing, apparently for yourself, but at the same time, you're helping the collective. And the collective is even bigger than you realize. I can tell now by friends and families how they are starting to grow out of certain issues that I know that I've been releasing and working on for a very, very long time. And after having a breakthrough in certain topics myself, suddenly everybody around me is starting to resolve those issues in their lives too. So I can tell that the work that I'm doing on a spiritual and energetic level, that it's affecting not only me, but a bigger collective. And I also know that this is not just my closest friends and families. I know that this is affecting a way bigger collective. And I also know that it's not just me who's working on those topics, but that there are so many souls on this earth that chose to come here and to work through certain energies together. And even if we don't know each other in the physical, I know that we are connected on a soul level, and that that we are working on it on a collective level. And it's a huge souls network, and it doesn't really matter where you are on your healing journey. We are still working on the same topics together. It doesn't really matter how far you are. The only thing that matters is that you are trying to grow out of certain energies that are trying to hold you hostage, that are trying to hold you back. And you want to grow out of those limiting beliefs and those limiting systems, those dynamics that keep you in the old patterns and that keep you stuck. And as I said, it doesn't really matter how far you've come or how much you struggle with it, or how much you yourself feel that you should be farther along in your journey, or you should do more, or you should do X, Y, Z. I don't know what. We all have those ideas in our heads, what we should be doing. It doesn't really matter in a sense of you're doing more than you realize. By just getting up again, no matter how often you fall, you're getting up again and picking yourself up and continuing to walk your path and continuing to heal and to just step by step grow into the person, into the version you in your heart know you can be and you want to be. Just by doing that, you are doing so much more than what you actually realize. Because by doing that, you help others to do the same. Sometimes simply by being the person you want to be and being an inspiration for other people, to show them that it can be done. And on the other hand, like I said, there's also something happening in the energetics by doing that, because we are connected. And I think the reason why I started this video by talking about how I don't know the collective that I'm supposed to connect with here on YouTube on a physical plane yet. But I can feel you, and I know that you're there, and I know that those messages, they want to come out for a reason. And this is the reason why I am sitting here and recording this message, because I know somebody out there is supposed to receive it, and I know that somebody out there has to hear what I have to say. And I can feel you already on an energetic level, but even though I don't see you yet, I'm still doing this work, and I'm also doing it for myself because it's something that's I like doing, and this alone is reason enough. But I also know that there is a bigger collective out there that's going to connect with this. And I think that's a beautiful thing to know, it's a beautiful thing to know that by healing yourself, you're healing others. And by doing what is good for you, you can create something, be someone that helps others. And you're doing this without even trying to help others. You're doing this by walking your own path, doing what's best for yourself, and just focus on your own authenticity, your own healing journey, your own beautiful path. And only by doing that, you're making a change. You're making a difference. And I think that's incredibly beautiful. And it also takes away a lot of pressure, because we're always pressuring ourselves in thinking like we have to be this, I don't know, great person that's like always helping others, or I have to do things to help others, or I have to be I don't know, I have to have like a YouTube channel with a huge following, and I have to have all those courses, and I need to be this person that sells stuff, or I don't know. There are so many beliefs that one can have around what you're supposed to be. There it is again, like, what am I supposed to be? What I think what I'm supposed to be. And you don't have to be any of that. Sure, if you want it, if that's what makes you truly happy, then you can create it, you can become that person, and you can do it, but you don't have to. I think it's incredibly beautiful to know that actually it's enough to just exist, to be yourself, and to be the best version of yourself that you can be right now in this moment. And that is perfect. And that is enough. So right now in this moment, the best version that I can be for example, my new YouTube channel is sitting in front of this camera and talking into nothing, into absolute nothingness, knowing that I have 0 followers. And that's exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. And I also trust that only by doing that, I'm already changing something in our soul network, in the network of the collective that I'm connected with. And this is already walking my path. This is already doing the work, the great work, the work I came here to do. So, yeah, I guess that's the message that wanted to come through today. And I really like this. I really like doing this, and I will continue doing this. And I'm still excited to find out who is waiting there, out there for me, to connect with me on this channel. And if you found this video and stayed until here, I'm incredibly grateful to having the honor to connect with you, to be with you here, and also thank you because you are co-creating this together with me. You're putting in your energy as well. Even if it's 5 years down the road, you're already here. And I want you to know that. So whenever this is going to find you, I wish you best of luck with whatever you're doing. And know that what you're doing is important and that it's enough. So that's it for today. Thank you very, very much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. And until then, bye and take care.